Greetings everyone and welcome to Wilds of Eldraine draft. Alright, the end is decent. It is 4 mana instant. Sometimes of course can be a 2 mana instant to exile a creature or planeswalker. I think there's only one planeswalker in this set though. And then of course you can do the thing where you exile every copy of that card from their deck and graveyard and so on. But of course it's quite nice still that you get to see their hand, so it's for something. So this is slightly better than the usual 4 mana instant that kills a creature. It is a decent card worth first picking. Maybe there's also Gingerbread Hunter, which I think would be a fine card to pick if you know you are gonna be black and green. But even in a black and green deck, maybe this basically kills anything. This is just a -2/-2. I'll just take the good removal spell here. And I think in green black I would usually be more interested in the end than that creature. But of course, what else is in your deck will affect that choice. So it's not so straightforward to just say that one of them is better. Now in pack 1, pick 1, it's easy to take the single color card, even though in this format it's rather easy to splash, and that that green uncommon with the black adventure is totally a card you could be splashing in various decks. But I still think this is just not a bad pick at all. It was totally a fine first pick there. Now there's no reason to pick a non-black card here. And I'll take the spell Scorn Common. Even if you can't cast the Adventure, i.e. you don't have access to blue mana, it's a fine card, and it's, just have some way to splash a Prophetic Prism or something like that, and you're gonna sometimes get some nice blowouts or some tempo advantage when you bounce something that costs like 4 or 5 mana. Alright, well now this is I think still rather easy decision. I will take the other common, but you could take the Gingerbread Hunter, because you can, have like a green blue or green black and still play, either of these cards. I guess you could be, blue black of course, and still play the Gingerbread Hunter when you have some way to gain access to green mana, because a 3 mana -2/-2, even if it's an instant, isn't quite that good. Anyway, I'll take the coven here. And actually I might do some something like I pick the green enchantment that makes the opponent discard a card, because these discard effects can, kind of stack nicely. And when you have multiple ways to make the opponent discard, they can be quite, how to say, crippled by multiple discard effects, because one discard effect is usually not enough to cripple them, but if they have to discard multiple cards in a span of a couple of turns, that can be really nasty for them. Anyway, Likeness Looter is obviously a very good card, and I kind of want to be blue-black based on my early picks, so this is pretty nice. 2 mana, 1/1 flyer, free looting, i.e. it doesn't cost mana, just tap, and then of course you can make it into a bigger creature by just copying something from your graveyard, and it's of course quite easy to fill your graveyard with the looting ability. Okay, rest in peace, not. I mean, yeah, technically a sideboard card, but I don't see that kind of a deck in this format against which this would actually, be good enough to sideboard in. Alright, so there are options. You could just take the Into the Fair card. You could take the Rowan's Grim Search as well. Prophetic Prism, I don't have any bargain yet. Doesn't mean I won't have it in future. Okay, Prism, I don't know. The Sellsword is like, I would need to have access to red, but I'm gonna take the Into the Fair card. This is, I think, I mean, both this and the black 3 mana instant can, be late picks in a draft, and there's also the blue 3 mana instant that draws you 2, so I don't know. I just wanted to take one of the card draw spells. I think that was the choice, and I just decided to take this one because this makes me a fairy. I might have some fairy, synergy in this deck. Okay, so I could take the sprite. By the way, my colors seem to be open, and well, there's some white here too, although a bunch of the white cards are not good. Dami, the Griffin area, or the keep card, and this is like a specific thing. I think I'm gonna take the sprite, even though this can be quite good, but I have already two 4-mana flyers, and I don't really want to, get a deck full of 4-drops in pack 1. And the Snare Master Sprite is totally a nice card to have. Now, am I going to take the Assassin, or am I going to take just an Evolving Wilds? I have already a couple of double casters. I would like to have the fixing. When a land does the fixing, it doesn't cost a spell slot. The Assassin is totally fine, but also can be got later in the draft as well. And if I end up with 0 of these, I don't think it's gonna matter too much. I'll take the mana fixing here. Oh, I actually like the Coralsmith too, because the death Scry on Death is also quite nice, and this can battle different size of creatures and can hold back aggressive 2 power 2-drops, for instance. This is definitely nice if you have access to red, but I'm not sure how easy that's gonna be. I'll try it though. It's, by the way, an Other Wizard, it's not a fairy. But yeah, let's take this thing, and now I have a reason to pick stuff like Prophetic Prism and the land that cries when it ETBs, when you can add any color if you pay an extra mana. Alright, Scream Puff versus the Moats. I think I'll take the interaction here. I already have a 5-mana creature, a 5-mana spells in general, so I won't pick another one right now. It is good defensive card, though, when you are beating in the air, which this deck probably will be trying to do. But still, it's very early for a 5-mana card, and I might as well take the Shatter the Oath here with the 2-drop. I have no more than the 1 2-drop and 1 1-drop, but this is not necessarily what I'm looking to have here. I'll take the Shatter thing. I don't like the artifact too much that was in there. Nice Rat Out, it's the only card for my colors. Sure, let's take this. I'm unlikely to play it. Okay, I got also the Romance Grim Search, so I have already 2 card draw effects. Okay, I got... Wow, look at these 3 black removal spells in this pack. There's also the best card in the pack is the Bramble Familiar, for sure, but I'm not gonna go to green. I have a nice blue-black deck coming up, but there's another 4-mana instant that exiles a creature. Now, that's nice. And there's also Candy Grabble and Defeat the Cauldron. Now, the Candy Grabble is almost always gonna be better than the Feed here, unless you really want to create food tokens. So the question is, do I take the 2-mana thing or the 4-mana thing that deals with anything? Don't have to bargain. I don't think I have that many things to bargain, but still a 2-mana -3/-3 is very good. I have some 4-mana cards. I think I will take the cheaper card now, because I have, like I said, that's a bunch of 4-drops already. All of which I'm interested in playing. Oh, God. Well, that's the okay. This pack is this is just a crazy good pack for me. Anyway, there's also another very good green card. This can just totally dominate the board and draw you cards and all that. If you have both artifacts and enchantments, and both are rather easy to get in this format. Anyway, not gonna take the green card. There is a Hatching Plants. There is an Abura, which is the signpost uncommon for blue and black, and there's a Candy Grabble number 2. Now, I don't actually have that many ways to get rid of these. Bargain is the easiest one. But I think I'm just gonna take the Candy Grabble and hope this comes back, because there's a chance if that no one else is blue-black, and this might be the pick 10. Totally possible. And okay, another Evolving Wilds. This thing has a black spell. It's actually something you could sideboard in, even if you do not have access to white mana. Did I have a reason to have access to some other color? Yeah, because I do have the Frolicking Familiar, so I want to have access to red mana. I could actually even take Torch the Tower and actively splash red. Although I have some removal already, so maybe I don't need this here. Basically, the question is, I don't need another rat out on another one of these. It's between the evolving wilds and these which has sideboard utility, unless I already also will have white in the deck. I think I'll just take the mana fixing here. Gadwig's first duel. Okay. Cursed roll token on a creature, so this makes the opponent's one of them creatures into base 1/1, scry 2, and then copy a cheap spell, but you have to time it so that you actually have that in your hand. Now I have some cheap spells, a couple of candy crabbles, which is amazing to copy. I could play like the Succumb the Cold Rat out. This is actually a somewhat weak pack for me. I mean, am I gonna take like a Candy Trail, a Ginger Brew, which I could, but I'm gonna take the first duel and see if I can get more cards that cost, there's a limitation. Mana value 3 or less to copy, so I can't copy the end or the misleading modes, for instance. Not dead after all, there is a spreading seas, but I don't think I care about that too much. It is a 2-mana spell that doesn't affect the board, but it might, of course, if you're lucky, mess up the opponent's mana, but I do think I actually just prefer the not dead after all. Bonus, with this is that this is good against, good with ETB creatures, and of course I have 2 spells gone covens, so when this thing is about to die, I can just play not dead after all, and not only it will come back as a 3/4 flyer because of the wicked token, but also the opponent would have to discard another card, and I have 2 of these, so that's actually a good reason to play this card in my deck. Okay, Mocking Sprite. I actually don't want to have some 3-mana creatures here. Let's take the Sprite, and it will of course discount a bunch of my things. I have multiple ways to get benefit from the discount. And here's the Barrow Naughty. This is the 2-drop I'm really looking for here. It's easy pick over the Quick Study and the Shatter the Oath, and of course I could splash for red and this card, but I have so many 4-drops that I don't really want to take any 4-drops anymore, so this is just exactly what I need. Sleight of Hand, Diminisher Witch, another 5-drop, which I don't think I'm gonna have. No, I have 2. I don't need any more. I think actually I will take the Prophetic Prism. That will give me at least one way to get value, to get to cast this Blow of Steam thing. This is, yeah, I think this is easy pick of a Prophetic Prism. Now next pick is the pick 10, and I really hope the Signpost Uncommon is there, but it is a very good card, so I could totally understand no one, someone picking that card. I have already access to 1 Sugar Rush. I'll take this, I might splash for red because I have now 2 Evolving Wilds. And look at this, I was right. No one is blue-black, so no reason to pick this thing, and it's actually fantastic for me. Obviously better than either of these. So, I mean, both of these are playable cards, but this is just the absolute best pick for my deck. Yeah, I'm not going to... I'm not gonna ever play 2 of these, even after sideboarding, so I'm just gonna take uncommon for vault value. Now here, this is actually different. I could splash for red, so I'm gonna take the Frantic Firebolt. It's also something I can actually copy with the saga I have. Okay, and I got the Spreading Seas as well. One more pack and I have all these cards here. I mean, I basically have a deck here. I could just, stop drafting and build a fairly reasonable deck. So now I can just look for improvements. And this one, Lord Skitter, is just, I mean, the exiling thing is something that is decent, but this is just a 3-mana 3/3 totally respectable stats that creates a 1/1 black rat every turn. Just remember to play this before combat. Usually you want to play non-hasty creatures after combat, but this one you don't want to miss out on the trigger. So let's hope I will remember that myself as well. Alright, well, it's an easy pick. Of course the tokens can't block, but it is something to help you with the race situation. The more creatures you have on the battlefield, the tougher it's for the opponent to try to race you. Okay, I can take the mana fixing land. There's also the Crystal Grotto here, by the way. But I think I might consider playing the Stone Splitter Bolt and the Frantic Firebolt. It's possible. So I'm gonna take the land that will help me cast them. This also helps me cast the Frolicking Familiar's Adventure. So let's take it here. And if I have another Burret Source, I can just start attacking with this. The other options are actually quite weak in this pack. I don't particularly care about these 3 drops, and the Crystal Grotto is, kind of worse. Restless Spire here. Well, not exactly, because Restless Spire doesn't produce black mana. Now, what to do here? I have a Spectre of Mortality, which is, to be honest, it's sometimes just a 5 mana 3/3, because I have played, I think, twice with this card, and it really depends on the matchup. You don't always have creatures to even, exile from your graveyard. But of course, sometimes this can do some amazing stuff. Just wrath the board if all the creatures have like 3 or less toughness. This doesn't affect itself, so I'm gonna take it because the blowout potential is good. But you could easily take another Snare Master Sprite here. But I'll take the rare because I will have fewer opportunities to play rares. Wow. Okay then. Look at the options here. What I actually really want to have is just more Battle Notice, but sadly that's not coming to my way. Some good stuff is coming my way though. I don't think I want to take those expensive cards though. I have 3 5-drops which I kind of want to play all of them, and a bunch of 4s also, so I'm more interested in cheap stuff. The Sprite, the Alchemist, and the Splashy Spellcaster all. I mean, this is fine, but I don't want to have a 4-drop, but I was thinking about the Familiar, and now that I'm gonna actually splash for red, at least in some capacity, I am simply gonna take the Familiar number 2. I also have a bunch of triggers for it, I won't playing everything here, but it will be fairly easy to cast a bunch of instant sorceries and make this thing grow. Okay, there's another option for picking one of the best uncommons in the set, but I just don't have any kind of bargain going on here. So I'm gonna take the Picklock Prankster, which is also a fantastic card. I also need a 2-drop, so it can just be a straight up turn 2 play with the creature if you need the board presence, or you can get value, and my deck will have instant and sorceries and fairies, quite a bit of them, so it shouldn't be that hard to hit one of them. Okay, so there's a stopgap, there's a Wicked Visitor if I just want to have a 2-drop. I think here I can take the stopgap still, it's quite nice. And oh, Spell Stutter, now that's a 2-drop I also don't mind having. What's this? Okay, that's that. I will actually play now red in the deck, I mean at least some amount, so I could play this, but I think I'll just take the counter spell. And okay, there's a cut in, so another Mocking Sprite though. Should I take that instead? I think I'll take the Sprite here. I will be somewhat vulnerable against -1/-1 and 1 damage effects, and there are a bunch of them in this format. But I don't really think I want to splash for the cut in. It's a 4 mana card which I don't really feel I want to play. Oh, I will probably get even more vulnerable to 1 toughness, 1 damage effects, because I will pick this. I'll help with the red splash as well, and I think I don't mind having a 2-drop. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna play any of these. A Rat Out number 2 for sideboard. Oh, that's a late red-white, so is no one red-white? Because this is a very easy pick for any red-white deck. But yeah, Rat Out number 2. I don't think I'm gonna main deck 2, but it's a good sideboard option to have. Don't care about this. I'll just take the uncommon. And I guess if I really need to have a 2-drop, freeze in place. I have enough, interaction. I don't need that kind of a stalling effect. Okay, Flicker Coin. I could sideboard it in against multiple one toughness creatures. Right, so I have only 5 cards that are not in my deck after the draft. Well, that means a lot of cards have to be made, and now this is gonna be, I'm gonna use a heavy hand doing the cut. So Succumb to the Cold, no need. I need to think about the 4 mana spells. I do think I want to play all the 5 mana spells. Even the Shatter the Oath is actually quite nice when you have double Mocking Sprite, because out of these 3 5 mana spells, 2 of them can actually be discounted by one of these sprites, so that's something. That is something. Okay, so now let's not play 1 Rat Out. Don't know about the Not Dead after all. I really like it with the Covens. I guess it can also be paired with this, but if you already cast this once, you probably won't have more creatures, at least too many creatures in your graveyard for a this is an ETB effect, yeah. So for another round of minus Xing things. Any other ETB I really want to have here? Don't see ETBs here. Yeah, I'll just have to realize that I have so many cards to make, and this is just mostly synergizing with the Covens. This is a nice card to sideboard in against decks that have a lot of removal that doesn't exile specifically, because you can get some tempo advantage when the opponent uses let's say a 3-mana spell to get rid of your creature, and you can use just 1 mana to get it back, also with a wicked token, so a slightly enhanced version of itself. Now I don't think I need Prowler. This is enough 2-drops, I believe. Let's see. Type creature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2-mana creatures here, and then there are a couple of these candy grapples. Oh, I should definitely not play the Sugar Rush, and I think I will cut the Spreading Seas. If I had a lot of bargain, I think I have some bargain here. Well, might as well check it. How many things say bargain? Oh, I always forget this thing has bargain. So, alright, fine. There are 5 things that actually benefit from bargaining. I'm not sure though if I'm gonna play the Grim Surge at all. I have this 1 card draw spell already. I mean, Spreading Seas is nice to bargain away, and sometimes you can get some nasty messing up their mana with this card. But it is a 2-mana spell that doesn't affect the board, even though it refunds the card. So I'm not quite sure. Let's see. I think I will just straight up not play the second rat out either in the main deck, because I have so much interaction here. I mean, creature removal and a couple of bounce effects that I don't need this. I will sideboard it in if I know it's gonna be good. I mean, when they have 1 toughness creatures that are worth killing. Now this is 28 cards. I will play the Prism because I do want to play the red, and of course the Firebolt will be quite nice. I have currently 11 instant or sorceries and some creatures that have adventure, so because this counts also those if they are in the graveyard. So this can easily be a 3-mana deal 5, deal 6, and definitely most often, unless it's literally turn 3, this will almost always deal more than 2, because I have so many ways to get instant and sorceries and creatures with adventure to my graveyard. Let's see the number of fairies. That is 9, a respectable amount for the little fairy synergy I have, but is this really the only one? Actually, it might be the only one that cares about me having fairies. There's also this thing which makes a fairy, so I guess it does make the opponent lose point of life with that on board. Yeah, okay, fine. I will not play the Spreading Seas, but I'm kinda interested in the Gadwig's first duel. Now, instant sorcery with mana value 3 or less. This is also something you can, use for bargaining. Especially, imagine the kind of a dream scenario. I do think the bargain effect. Wait a minute, I'm not actually sure anymore. Does it get copied? If this spell was bargained, I'm not sure if it actually remembers. I mean, if I get the copy a bargained spell, is the copy gonna be bargained or not? I don't know that. So, I mean, I was thinking about the opponent having like 2 X5s and me having this first duel on the stack, and then I respond to the chapter 3. No, actually it doesn't even work. So scratch that, it doesn't work, because you have to let the chapter 3 resolve to get the copy effect. But immediately after the chapter 3 trigger resolves, it's gonna go to the graveyard. I mean the saga. So you can't sack it for bargain anymore. So yeah, you can of course still, cast a candy grabble and sacrifice something else for bargaining, but yeah, you can't. If you bargain the Gadwig's first duel away, you won't get the resolved Well, no, that's also not exactly true. I mean, if you put the chapter 3 trigger on the stack, yes, you can then cast, let's say, Candy Grapple at instant speed and sacrifice this at chapter 3 to get, give someone -5. But only after that, the chapter 3 text resolves, and then the next spell you play with mana value 3 or less will get copied. So you can't copy the thing that you are bargaining by sacrificing the Gadwig's first duel. So that was just that. But yeah, looking at these cards here. Now, if this is gonna be bargained, it's still, by the way, not gonna be a spell with mana value 3 or less. It always looks at the top right corner. This will have mana value of 4, even if you bargain it. So this is like 1, 2. Well, copying a spell starter isn't that great, but this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things I can copy. This, of course, is limited to x equals 2 if I want to copy it with a first duel. But there's also a bunch of adventures. So if I copy, I mean, it still will copy the Blow of Steam, for instance, and the Prankster's adventure too. So this is probably enough. It will also copy this Take It Back, but there would have to be 2 spells in the stack controlled by the opponent for that to be beneficial. So that's not really great. But I think that's enough. Especially with the help of the Scry, I should have something. Although I usually wouldn't want to cast this in the first place if I already don't have a spell to copy in my hand. But yeah, I will play this. Unless I really have to cut it. Because now it's the tough part here. What to cut? I'm not going to play 13 lands. I need to cut something for sure. I'm not going to cut the 2-drops. I really like to have the spell stutter here, but... yeah, this is actually tough now. How many creatures that is, by the way? 14. And I don't really want to cut any of the creatures. These cheap ones for the, curve reasons, and then these expensive ones because they are quite decent. And I need creatures usually to actually win. Alright. Maybe it's either of these that's gonna go away. I actually think I might have to, in fact, cut this spell stutter. Yeah. I don't like it, but because I have some fairies, so I can make the taxing more than 2 quite easily, but still. It seems like the other cards are just more synergistic. And then I feel like I'm gonna cut the misleading modes. Am I gonna also cut the stopgap in here? I mean, the thing is, I don't have a lot of ways to get benefit from the bargain. I can sack a prism, I can sack the Scarecrow Guide. I actually think I'm gonna consider cutting that. And now this would be 24, but maybe I can do 24 here. So that I would have 16 lands. Because I have 2 Evolving Wilds, I can even play the 1 mountain. Now, one possibility is that I would just cut the red spells. I would still have the Frolicking Familiar here. Because I have some ways to get the red mana. But I could just cut the red spells, but I like the removal here. I can win in the air and then deal with the opponent's creatures, draw some cards. I like this. Hopefully, I mean, I would not mind having 17 lands here, but I think 16 is just about enough. So let's put those lands in and then suggest something. It's gonna be 1 mountain. And about the... okay, I have more black cards. So I do have 7 more blue sources in here. If I cut this, that is now basically with the Evolving Wilds, that's 9 ways to get black mana, and that is 8 ways to get blue mana. And there's the Prism and the Scarecrow Guide, which will help too. Yeah, I mean, you could do either, but I have, you know, 2 more black cards than blue cards, so I will have the extra black source instead. Sure, this is it. This is the main deck. Yeah, I will keep it, and I do think I'll just get the black mana with the Evolving Wilds. I have nothing that requires red, and I still have multiple ways to produce the red even after I have used one of the Evolving Wilds. Okay, the opponent is... They have mulligan to 5. So could be a little bit easier start. It would be actually nice to go 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop flyers here, but of course I would have to draw the natural swamp on turn 2, and I think I have like 7 of them. Let's just get the swamp right away, so I can start looting also. But you have to, because this doesn't have vigilance, so you have to decide between attacking and looting. So I might not want to do the loot unless I have something totally unnecessary in my hand. I think I would prefer doing the damage now. I still want to have access to all these lands, and if I get red, I can also make this a castable thing. And this is gonna buy me some time. Just lock some of their things down and add to the flying air force I have. Questing druid. Okay. Alright, so I'm not worried about this. It's a ground creature that will, you know, grow in size. So I'm going to, in fact, just go for a full aggro out, because this is 6 power in the air. And I just hope that they don't get something that can block a flyer, because then I will regret casting this, but I do hope especially with help of the looter, I will get the red mana. Spectre of Mortality would, by the way, kill all of my other creatures now. I mean, I don't have anything to exile right now, but imagine if I wanted to exile something, it would just kill everything here. This activation is as a sorcery. Okay, so they use 4 mana to deal with one of my creatures, and it was for some reason they chose the least impactful of all. Why would they do that? I mean, they exile target creature, scryed for a couple of points, and they chose to exile the 1/1. Not the looter, not the 2 ones that give me a discount. Yeah, that was probably something they didn't mean to do. That has to be a misclick of some kind. Now I'm not going to block the 2/2 with my Mocking Sprite. Oh, they don't even attack. Wow. I'm gonna add a 3/3 flyer to the board. My looter, by the way, well, I haven't needed it, because all the cards I have here have been good, and you know, it's possible I will loot this away if I just don't get the red source. But it also is my only removal for now, so I don't necessarily want to do that. Okay, well now that is a good card. They have some good cards. The 3 cards I've seen are all quite nice. Now they can fight away the Spectre of Mortality. But I can actually make the Likeness Looter into a 3/3. And I think I might do it. Oh, well, I won't be doing it because I have a 3 mana into the Fair Court first. Let's do that first. And then... yeah, I think it's gonna be the Lord Skitter here. I can take the damage here. Can exile, well, doesn't really matter. Because I know I could do this, but because I used both my islands, I can't... I mean, I have the Adventurer now as a cheaper one, but I would need 2 blue sources to actually cast this thing, so... I mean, with both the Adventurer and the Flyer, so let's just... I mean, I have still the option to... No, wait a minute, does this exile? Oh yeah, I couldn't copy this because it's in exile. So this fight ability exiles, I didn't actually know. Well, now I know. So I won't be able to make this into it. Plus I would actually have to... yeah, it would be 5 mana. So I didn't have even the mana for that. Alright, so let's get rid of this thing and attack for a punch here. So I might take some damage here. I can't block with these 1/1s. This can only block flyers, so... Because I can't jump block with the Lord Skitter. I am gonna have a lethal attack in the air though. Okay. So I can just, no, discard this. Why not? So if they have nothing with the 1/1, no life gain, no nothing. Yeah, I'll just take the damage here. Okay, that's gonna be useful. I know I could actually kill the vermin here, but I don't think there's anything with 1 mana they can do. They can untap a blocker with the green trick, but I could respond with the end. So they can block with a 2/1 and they will take 7 damage here. I don't think there's anything with 1 green mana they can do. Okay, they have a scary deck because I saw some... Well, I mean, I guess the questing druid isn't that good unless you played quite early in the game. But this was now a 2 mana, which eventually grew into a 5/5. But this Fawn's Pain Troll, this is a really good one. They have a vermin. Thanks to the troll. I'm interested in the spell stutter right now. I think I'm gonna actually not play the sprite, and I will put the spell stutter in. I could almost put, you know, misleading modes, because this is also a nice, I know, way to get tempo. Also to reset this questing druid is no joke. I can also actually counter the troll with this. Well, not counter, but delay it. But I could see actually playing this bounce spell as well. Is there something that is just so unexciting that I would cut it? How about the Gadwigs? No, I like against the green decks. I can make their big things into 1/1s. The first chapter can be useful for that. I mean, I guess I could like not play the Stone Splitter Bolt and choose to play this instead. I'm actually gonna do that. Let's play the, you know, the main color thing instead of the splash color thing. Well, there are all my colors. Nothing to copy for this thing yet, but I don't necessarily want to even play it that early, because I usually want to wait until they have something bigger. So this gets me the island. Now they have that thing. I have a frantic firebolt, which might be able to get it before it's too late. Now the question is, am I gonna leave up mana for the Gadwigs first? So this is a caster spell, so this will be most likely I mean, they can easily make this into a 2/2, but the firebolt would kill it. The thing is that if they don't cast a 3-drop, then I kind of wasted my opportunity to add more stuff to the board. But I believe I'm gonna just play it slow here. Green-black usually has, well, I was gonna say that usually has less instant speed effects and more sorcery speed effects like creatures, but that didn't really happen now. Well, I'm gonna play a Mocking Sprite now, because it will make the Frantic Firebolt cheaper. Also, it makes the spell stutter easier to cast. I mean, not easier to cast, but cheaper to cast. But there's a chance they have just an instant speed kill spell on the sprite, and that was the best kind. So now I really got punished here, because had I played the guide, they would have just killed that thing. And look at what's happening. Now I'm actually not even gonna be able to kill this right now. Hopefully later though. And making it into a 1/1 isn't gonna matter. Okay. So Didn't even draw the land. I wanted to double spell here, you know, play a 2-drop and have mana up for a spell stutter. This is actually horrible. Well, this thing is an instant, so also this is... Problem is I'm taking 6. Yeah, this really went badly after my choice to not... Because if I would have something on the battlefield right now. Yeah. At least that was green, so they didn't get a counter here. Now the firebolt is going to be able to deal more damage. But the thing here is also that I would actually want to copy this now. That would be quite strong. Quite strong to copy it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play this first duel, make the monstrosity into a 1-1. And then I'm going to, I think, just cast a Battle Nodi. I might want to play the instant adventure with this thing. Although the 1-1 would have been better against this. Okay, well they don't even play the 5-drop. So, okay, I think I somehow, well, okay, well that thing helps for sure, because that allows me to kill the druid, and I can kill the, first of all, I do think, so this is now, I already drew a card, so I will draw one of these on the next turn. Well, I can't cast the sorcery without the swamp, so I'm going to, and I don't want to use the prankster here. Well, I'm gonna get the rat token here, and then I can use the candy crabble to get rid of this thing. And then, yeah, this is gonna be fine. So yeah, I'm gonna keep both on top. Oh, I can't because I again forgot that well, I think I still wanted to keep both of them on top, but I, you know, cannot get this Lord Skitter and the candy crabble both. Well, I am gonna have to try something. I'm gonna just cast this as a blocker and have the candy crabble up. Let's just hope they don't play. Well, I mean, I can always sack the Gadwig's first duel if I need to. Then I miss out on the copied spell, though. I really don't want to. Okay, so now what I'm hoping is that they are not gonna have any tricks, but I'm not gonna go to 1 here. I'm not gonna go to 1, so this is gonna be just... they are gonna have a trick. By the way, this thing has trample too, thanks to the monster token. Because I don't wanna... Okay, fine. I'm gonna just give it -3, -3. This, you know, would end up in the prankster killing it, but they seem to have a... Okay, well they had that, and now they will trample for a couple of points. They get to scry too. How do they scry? If I played the Scarecrow guide on turn 2, I don't know if that would have been better. But I'm not dead quite yet. But the sad thing is that I am not... This is only dealing 4 because I have... You know, I have 2 instants and 1... No, because this got exiled. No. Because, I mean, I can't even kill both of them. But it's what it is. I will kill this druid. And I will have to take damage from the monstrosity. Does it have a wicked token? No, of course it's my cursed token. So I can kill the 5/5 with the Satyr of the Oath. But is there a way for me to gain life? Because if I don't block here, I have 1 card draw spell that says that... Well, that's not nice. I have 1 card draw spell that says that lose 2 life. Oh. I really wanted them to just play the hunter there, but they still haven't done that. So, I mean, if I block this, this will actually get into a 3-2, and I will have to block with the Super King. Oh, I'm taking this one damage now. Okay. I'm gonna take one more. This will become a 4-3. It's a bit of a shame though, because now if I kill this, it's becoming a 5-4. Oh, they still have a castable. Oh, they could have a land in hand actually. Because I don't think they played a land this turn, so yeah. Either a 1-mana spell or a land in hand. Or they're playing with full control on. Yeah, I took a little bit too much damage here to be comfortable. Even if I draw a relevant spell now, this is not gonna work really, because I mean, I have to kill one of these, otherwise I will die, and then I just can't jump block the other one. So actually, if I have to... Well, no, that's not exactly true, because I will get a Wicked token and I can put it on the Skitter. So this will be a 4-4, which will still battle with the 5-4, which it will become after I have killed the Hunter. But no, they actually... Well, okay. They had a spell, but it's something that they will play later on. I can make them discard a card, but that's not gonna... No, this is what I have to do. This is what I have to do, and hope they don't get interaction for... I mean, to just win right away. They will play this thing though, and then it threatens to become a 5-4 with the food. Yeah, at 2 life this seems pretty hard. I need to have some lucky top decks. It doesn't help that they're actually getting all these, because this will be, you know, the chapter 3 is gonna be amazing for the stuff they're having. I'll just... I mean, problem is I can only jump block these, because they can make it into a 5-4, so I have to jump block these, take 1. Yes, and then I won't even have post-combat mana for this, because the discount works only as long as this is on the battlefield. So let's just go to the next game. I won't be beating. They just played too much stuff compared to how I can respond. Yeah, I don't know how the game would have gone had I played this Scarecrow guide on turn 2 instead of having mana up for a counterspell, which never was useful. That's the problem, of course, with those counterspells. If you don't have also an instant to cast if the opponent doesn't play anything worth countering. You just keep up mana for no reason. But then again, if I played it 2-drop and they would play some sweet 3-drop, I would have wanted to counter. That's bad as well. Alright, Rat out. It basically kills this thing, and this won't be even killed if it already has picked up some counters. It is also like a semi-trick, but I don't think I am gonna want to cut anything here. No, I don't. So I will just have the same deck, and hopefully the opponent doesn't get such a explosive start. But of course they did play the 2-drop that grew into an insanely big creature in the end. Okay, that's a 5-lander, but I believe I can just do this. Oh, this land was a mistake, because I might draw one of my blue-black. Yeah, I was supposed to play only an island or swamp there, because I might draw a 2-drop that requires... Well, I didn't, but it was possible to draw a 2-drop that requires blue and black. I have 2 of those in the deck. Again, they have this thing, but I just have to deal with it. And here I'm gonna start making those 1/1, so I will get at least one. I can of course deal with this once it becomes a problem. Next turn I can actually play the Sprite into Candy Grabble for some tempo. Now that was a 3-drop I really wanted to actually get rid of. And I'm going to actually get rid of it. Right now before they get to draw any cards or something, and then I get to exile it. Like so. Attack for 3. I still have at the end for this if it keeps growing every turn. Okay, they go for a slow play, but this is actually now very great for me. Assuming they don't get to add to the board with one land, they can cast. They also took 2 life. Well, they can. Wow. Well, I guess it's fine. They can just, trade with the rat here. But now, let's exile this thing. And let's see what's in their hand. Okay, look at this. Very nice stuff. Well, not much I can do about it. Do they have 2 swamps? No, they are actually missing a swamp for this thing, but they can play the Fawn's Bane Troll, but it actually requires 1 mana to do the fight, so it's fine. Let's see what's in their library. No more copies of that rare. Spider Food, so that must be a sideboard card. Couple of Scream Puffs. Okay, that's annoying if they start getting food with that. Anyhow, I'm gonna exile this thing here. Attack for 7 unless they block one of the rats. And I can have now this thing which says that it becomes a red elemental creature with first strike when it's attacking. When it attacks, scry 1. I mean, if I draw a land, I think I'm just gonna throw away this thing. Oh, they had a land. Well, I knew they have. No, I didn't know that. They just drew the swamp here. So yeah, this allows them to... okay, fine. Well, it's not... drawing a land isn't really the most crazy top deck, obviously. And they got rid of this, of course. Well, let's definitely do this, and I'm gonna for sure, gonna bargain it for more selection. So we better do this right. So put 2 of them into your library. The rest will go to graveyard. So I want to have this thing, and I think I want to have the Frolicking Familiar as well. Into the fair card. This will go to the library and I will be drawing them, yes. Now I can actually attack into that thing and finish it off with the familiar. It is gonna be worth it. I don't want that to be on the battlefield. They will exile one of my things, they will have all that stuff, but what can I do? And this means I won't be able to cast the familiar, but I think it's okay. At least they will go to 8 now. But they have food in their deck, so... So they can, gain life back. That and they can play 2/3, so they have a blocker for my guys in here. They will exile one of my things. So they can make a rat there. I will just do this for now. Okay, well that's some removal there for sure. I could sack one rat to deal 1 damage. That might be worth it. but it's also... No, I mean, I have this flyer here. They don't have... I guess it could be worth it. Let's deal 1 damage. I don't... I just want them not to draw anything that gives them life. Hey, I mean, and that's of course basically means food. That is gonna generate them a food token, so not nice. At least I have more flyers here now. So how do I do this? I will have 8 mana. Might as well play this thing. So I can do both flyers and then the firebolt. The thing is, the firebolt isn't even that useful, sadly. It really isn't. Because if I kill this, this becomes a 3-2, and they can still block just the 1-1 with their own token, so... But it's an instant, so I will leave it. Yeah, so let's attack for 1 in the air. Have this and this. I do have now multiple flyers. And I can actually, you know, pump the Baronodi, so they might have to use the exile effect on the Baronodi. But then again, this will get some nice pumps from the triggers I can have. Oh, they just drew that. Well, that is a shame. Because that's also gonna make them a food token. Wow. Kill one of my flyers, get a food token, and I'm gonna get overwhelmed by these guys very soon. So this is not good. They are gonna... So is the last card something they can use to kill? I don't know. Maybe they just wanna grow the vermin, which is fine. I guess I'm gonna kill the vermin in that case. Are they gonna also get rid of this thing? No, I might actually use the firebolt for a... No, I think I'm gonna pump. They don't have mana now to cast the Taken by Nightmare, so let's just get rid of this guy. I'm not dying on the next turn. They will get, you know, 3+1/+1 counters or something, but I'm not dying to that. What I can do now is do this. And attack for a... They actually, I mean, if they have nothing else than the food sack, they do have to in fact sack it, because I can pump this into a 3-power creature, and that's... Yeah, their attack was maybe a little greedy. They maybe should have left this thing to block, this 2-3. Anyhow, do I want to draw this? Because the turning a thing into a 1-1 isn't that great, but Scry 2 is quite good. Then again, I will scry with my land anyway, so I'm not gonna draw that. So let's go to blockers first. No tricks. Okay, I'm gonna actually gain also 3 life here, which, you know, could matter. This is not lethal though. It's, yeah, they have 2 now. They will go to 5, and they will exile the Baronori, of course. Interestingly, they chose to put the counters on here. So now that I get to kill it, they kind of lose the value from the counters. But I get a wicked token on the fairy token. Oh, and I can still attack with the Restless Spire. So is 5 exactly? They need a spell here to show that they can block. Oh, so if they can't save this butcher, I will win here because I think it's enough damage. Oh, that's gonna be nice, maybe 2, but not now. Because I will have mana to also activate the land here. Yep, so this will be a 3-3. I activate the land. 2 power creature, so I will attack for 5. I mean, not 3/3, a 2/2. I will attack for exactly 5, and that's exactly the amount of life they can have. Yeah, I think if they didn't attack with this thing on the previous turn, it would have been different. But yeah, that was a tough match. I would say they have a very high quality of cards. But unlike in game 2, I get the upper hand in this game 3, and I was able to keep the pressure on. But they could have maybe stabilized with the slightly different draws here. I kind of like this hand because I have removal and then I can draw a card, more cards. So I'm gonna keep this, but another 5-lander, which if I draw like too many lands here, it would be very bad. Okay. I'm gonna wait one more turn. I'm gonna just play the swamp now because I could also just, draw one of my blue-black creatures. But I don't yet know if I want to have the second island or the... Okay, well now I know. So this is easy now. That does mean that if they would have played a toughness creature right now, it would have been slightly awkward. But then again, that would have been very good to get to kill something anyway. So I'm gonna now go and get a mountain with that thing and see what's my turn 3 gonna be. Okay, so I think against that I will just kill that thing because I can do it with the Candy Crabble and the familiar. Because the blue-red deck can really, deal nice amount of damage with that catapult, and my hand isn't very fast now. I'm gonna try to at least draw the cards here and stuff like that. I have both of my evolving buds, so I will be thinning my deck. But okay, so they didn't wait for any target. My deck has a lot of X1s, so I might have to. Well, we'll see. But it's possible I'm gonna sideboard a bunch of them away. So now I have get another land away from the deck, and my deck has 16 lands. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get 1, 9. So I will have 7 lands and 20 spells left in the deck. So they're gonna kill that thing, but I will just kill that thing with the end, I believe. That will also get me to see if they have more. I will get to see their deck, which will help me in terms of if I should sideboard away my one toughness creatures, or at least some of them. Now that they're tapped out, well, from blue mana at least, I think I should just do the Into the Fair Coat. I can take some amount of damage from this thing. It's also optimal use of mana right now. Let's refill some. That's a bunch of... Well, I guess the Candy Crabble is the best draw, but I'm still happy to have these spells in this game also, at least I can use it for the... bargaining this thing. Okay, so now they sadly do have mana up. But I won't be taking a ton of damage here. So what I can do now is I simply will try to end this thing in their upkeep, and if they counter it, I can respond with the Candy Crabble. That's gonna be risky though. Well, maybe not too risky, because I can sack this token, of course. So let's say I cast this, they counter it, and they can't counter it with because this is not a fairy, so they can't do the the counter spell that says play 2+X. I have 6 mana, but they might have the 3 mana common counterspell with bargain. So this trigger goes to stack, and then I can respond with the Candy Crabble, so they would still have to have 2 other instant or sorcery, well, how many instants, So I have made up my mind. This is what I do. Okay, that just worked. Oh, they have a recruiter there. They have an extraordinary journey. Okay, that's not nice. They have 3 other frolicking familiars in their library. Well, that definitely means... And look at these 2 flicker coins. Ah, my 1 toughness creatures. I'm gonna sideboard all of them away. They have a curiosity. I have to... Well, I will have some interaction for that. They have these things. Also, okay, these are 1 toughness creatures. Stopgap. I don't see more of those walls that deal damage by pinging. Okay. Okay, but they have actually 3 frolicking families. I mean, total of 4 of them. Yeah. Well, I got them away from this game at least. Now. So they can just... Well, I guess I don't care if they bounce this. So they're gonna bounce something. Flick a coin there. Sadly, I can't respond with... I mean, if I had 1 more mana, I could just counter it with Rowan's Grim Search, so they wouldn't have drawn a card. Now the problem is they got the treasure token and they have the recruiter here immediately. So that was a good one for them, for sure. Well, I'm gonna kill one of these because I will have to end up doing that anyway. Because they're gonna haste some damage there. Now this gives a stun counter. I don't want to make them bounce too many things with this thing. Let's start with drawing a card. Okay, I can use this to block one of those hasty guys. Because I think I'm gonna, you know, bargain this end of... Yeah. So I won't be using this right now. I'm gonna bargain by, you know, sacrificing the prism. Get more cards. Now, if they have a flicker coin, this thing is an artifact, so I can actually also, you know, bargain by sacking that thing. So now this is gonna bounce that. Yeah, and then they're gonna attack for a bunch. So when this enters the battlefield, exile them for each of those cards you own. I can play it, but problem is 1 or more non-token creatures enter the battlefield from X. Yeah, so they're gonna actually get card from this every adventure thing as well. So I mean, it's not much I can do. I'm gonna let that happen. I'm not gonna use the Grim Search on that. I believe I do now need to kill the recruiter, as annoying as that is. Because I'm gonna go to 5 and this is gonna also make me lose life. The flicker coin top deck, that wasn't great for me at all. Oh well. Should I maybe actually deal with the Vigilance token? I don't have any bounce myself, or do I? They might rebounce this somehow, actually. I don't really know. I'm gonna still do this. It has Vigilance. This thing is just gonna be a plain 2/2. And if I cast this... Well... Well, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna bargain this now. I'm gonna go to 6. And 2 to library. Well, the coin I wanna just... I won't be using the take it back because that's, you know, playing stuff from adventure means that it means that I take the removal, I believe. They will get a card. So I'm just going to straight up cast this thing. They will discard a card. Is that a spell? No, just a land. Now this is gonna deal 10 damage. Yeah, being at 6 isn't great, because I have to play so passively. Also, the opponent is at 19, so it's very hard to, you know, try to raise. I basically have to stabilize and then... Okay. I guess I'm gonna 1-1 this thing. Oh, but they're gonna draw another card. Yeah, man, they're gonna draw so many cards from the Extraordinary Journey. Okay, that's also gonna give them a card. I mean, I can kill it, yes, but it's not great. It's not great at all. Yeah, that's another card. A shame. So how many creatures do I have here? 1... 2? -2 on their stuff. Won't be good enough. It will kill the one thing here. Well, I'll just do like this. Because I can't let them do anything with the... Oh, I kind of thought I would have mana for this thing. Wow. Well, that's gonna be bad. This is bad now. Because I thought I can just kill this thing if they deal with the Spellscorn Coven. I wasn't paying attention. I was supposed to make this into a 1-1 with this dual thing and then leave mana up for the Firebolt. Yeah. Because I'm gonna go to 2 and they're gonna draw another card. They have that many cards in their hand. Okay, now this Spectre of Mortality will be doing more stuff, but it's such a shame that they have so much card draw from this effect. It really is. Yeah, well, I mean, I have to just do this. I don't recall seeing a counter spell there, but maybe they have. This will wipe the board, except for my 3-3, obviously. Look at the amount of frolicking familiars in exile in this game. They have 4 of them in exile. I have 2 of them in exile. Okay, now the question is, do I want to have the sprite on the battlefield? I mean, I would play this, but they would draw a card. Yep, I'm not gonna give them a card just to have a 2-1. Sadly. So they have another Ratcatcher training. So they will play this and they will draw another card there. Wow. And that's also the Extraordinary Journey. This is so good with adventure spells. It's actually insane. At least it only works once per turn, so I mean the opponent probably knows it. But yeah, I'm gonna take out too much damage here. Yeah, there was... Okay, well, what can I do? Make them discard their final card. I guess kill this thing. I don't have... I mean, no, I can't... No, I can play the sprite, I believe. Yeah, so what I have to do is this. This. They discard whatever card they have there, draw 2. Then I have to do... Well, I guess I can not tap it down. Doesn't really matter, does it? I'm gonna tap it down. I mean this young hero thing. They can attack with both and I will eat the token and I will jump the alchemist here. They can still draw one, flick the coin, which will immediately win the game for them because I'm at 1 and it's any target. And I know they have 1 in their deck remaining somewhere. There's only 1 in here. Oh man. Yeah, it was the turn when I got to see their hand and deck and everything after casting this. And they top decked the flicker coin, which allowed them to have, you know, the Imodens Recruiter's Adventure. That is the thing that happened there. That made me, you know, be in big trouble here. So the problem here is that, well, I'm gonna do this just to be able to, you know, to scry 2 on the next turn. So I'm actually gonna make this into a 1/1 because I can block the 2/1 with my guys. Might as well play the land. Although I have a looter, maybe I shouldn't have done that. So now I can anyway, because I can still, without the land I could have still cast a firebolt and... Okay, well that did not go according to plan. Yep. So I have to jump block now. That's really annoying. So now I have to jump block again. There's nothing I can... these are just useless. I mean, it's already gone 10 minutes here. I'm just not being... I know they have a flick the coin. I have to jump this now. I know I could play this and they draw a card, but it's just... They're so miserable because I know that they're gonna eventually draw the flick the coin. There's 11 cards in their deck left. So now I'm just gonna double block these, so that's the only way for me to be able to trade there. Okay. So there is the flicker coin, so now I can just concede. Because it's any target. And I lose. Alright, so... what a game. Well, at least I saw that they have so many ways to deal 1 damage that I'm actually not playing any of my 1 toughness creatures. This goes away, this goes away. Let's do it this way. Toughness 1. So... maybe this looter not. I can even cast and activate it on the same turn. Although the looting is what I usually want to do, and once you do the ability, there's nothing even that great I can copy in the graveyard. I don't think I'm gonna play that either. Now I'm not that vulnerable to 1 toughness, 1 damage effects. I need to do something though. I think I need to just have some creature here, so it's going to be like a... because this is now 9 creatures. Oh yeah, how do I win here? I'm gonna play Not Dead after all, so at least that brings a creature back. I can play the counter spell. I think I played a 3/2 just for the sake of having that a creature that can deal some damage. And then I will play maybe the stopgap. I guess this could become a, a bigger thing, but maybe not. Misleading modes, stopgap. Rat out will actually be good against what I saw there. I think I still prefer a... I think 1 rat out is good enough. So what's the final card? Stopgap. I think it's 1 of these. Don't think I care about this. Nope. This thing draws a card, gets me closer to one of my few things that can do stuff. So I guess it's going to be a stopgap. Fine. That's the deck with no 1 toughness creatures. Well, they are like, I guess I can get the fairy token, I can get the rat token, and my animatable land is also 2/1. Well, I have the 1 mountain and then 1 evolving wilds. Wow. Wow. This cannot get me a land. So once I draw any land, I know which thing to pick with this. I think this hand is just good enough to play, but I'm not gonna play the Evolving Wilds right away. Any land is gonna produce either blue or black mana. Okay, now I know. So I can I think I'll just go with the prankster, you know, with the adventure, of course, not the creature, because I want to have all the cards possible. By the way, they had priorities with only one mountain up, so I think they have one of their 4 adventure spells that deal 1 damage. Well, that's why I sideboarded my 1 toughness creatures away. So I have 19 minutes basically time, so should be plenty enough to win 2 matches. No, 2 games to win the match. They are thinking about what to do. I don't know what's... Are they thinking about playing the 2/1 first striker? Or saving it for the adventure? I think that's what they're gonna... Or maybe they have a counter spell and they don't want to tap out. Well, I guess they're gonna counter this then. And I will get my Grim Surge here for sure. Because this not dead after all is a little less useful when they know it's in my hand. Plus, of course, drawing 2 is going to be just better here in this matchup. Okay, they had their own prankster, sort of. Oh, but they didn't actually hit. That was 3 lands and the recruiter. I'm happy the recruiter is there. Okay, so they can get some copied spells. I can, by the way, bounce my own thing. So I can, you know, actually bounce this if I want to. Although the cursed token isn't gonna do too much, except that now they are going to kill it with... Yeah, they're gonna kill it with the Frolicking Familiar. And if I drew an untapped land, I could have just stopgapped it. But I did not. I'm actually thinking about playing my own Familiar here as a just a creature here. Next turn they're gonna ping this to death. Pretty sure about that, but there's nothing I can do about it. Nope. So let's be mana efficient and play this. Not care about the 1 damage because I'm not sure how useful that's gonna be. And I have this interaction here still. They will get doubles. I mean, they might have like the card draw or something. Although drawing plenty of cards right now isn't maybe the best for them, given that they might have to discard the hand size. That will only happen on the next turn, of course. Do they have a double familiar? Do they have a double familiar themselves? Could be. Only 1. Okay. And I'm going to get some... Well, I guess I have more swamps in my deck, so I should get the island. Because I have both double blue and double black in this deck. I immediately draw a double black spell. Anyhow, not much to do here. I'm just going to attack, and they are not gonna block because they know I can have any instant. They also know I just have this thing, which I'm gonna play now, just to draw 2. There's the swamp, and I'll play the Battle Node here. Oh, I wasn't supposed to do that. I forgot. Jeez. I mean, now they can get double removal. I wasn't supposed to do that. On the previous turn I was thinking that I'm not gonna play another creature to give them 2 targets for removal spells, because My deck actually doesn't even have that many creatures, and I even lost my way to save something that's about to die. So now if they have like deal 4 damage, they can make this. No, well, okay, they get only 1 roll token per creature, but the point is that they might kill my board with 1 card now, thanks to this copy effect, and that is bad. Now, then again, if they don't have it, it's very good, but I think they have a cut down here. Because I was just supposed to leave. Okay, well, Flicker Coin that was happening anyway. I guess they wouldn't have done it if I had 2 mana up. I even had the instant, but I mean, well, they would have. Okay, fine, whatever. That was very good turn for them. They killed 1 my creature and drew 2 cards. So I'm not gonna pretend anything else. That was a crazy turn. And if I had kept my mana up, I mean, I could have responded by killing the Prankster, making this into a 3/3, so it wouldn't have died. But of course, they would have done something else in that case. Okay, now they just kill the Baron Nodi. Fine, kill everything. And given how few creatures my deck has, I don't think it's gonna. Yeah, I think it's just a bad matchup for me. Because I had to sideboard so many of my 1 toughness creatures away. I don't really have means to push through. I have means to destroy the things, but they will have more creatures than I have removal. That's just fact. And they have drawn so many extra cards. Well, mostly with the copied Flicker Coin, I guess. And of course I'm not gonna bounce this. They only get to use the instant again. Yeah, also it seems like they are missing land drops, which means they have a handful of gas. And I don't really have a way to really come back to the game. I mean, I can get my own draw 3. But still my creatures are fairly small. Well, there it is. So this is a fairy, so if they have a counter spell, I will get countered despite the land. The reason I'm not playing this first is that I might still draw the tapped land. And the counter spell still works. Because I would have to pay 3. Okay. So that was a start for sure. Now I can also tap here. I think they're going to just kill this with one of their deal 1 damage effects. Oh, they can have that. Sure. So am I going to use my thing here? Taking 3 is actually no joke. Maybe I'm just candy grappling this thing. I know I can just kill one of the 1/1s, but sure, let's kill one of the 1/1s. And take 2. Because I didn't want to play this and block one of their things. Because they might have, deal 1 again. Which they seem to be having here. Okay, no, which is mark on that thing? They got discard a mountain. Oh, I wish I hadn't. Well, they didn't do it pre-combat, so that's because they were afraid of my. They only did that because they knew it was safe. So they weren't gonna play into my rat out with that card. I kind of forgot I could have killed that thing with the rat out. And it was. I knew it's there, so that was a mistake. Oh well. So stopgap gonna bounce this thing. Candy Grapple kill this thing, something like that. Not gonna bargain it. Okay, well now I can attack and then play the Gatwick's first tool post-combat, so the Prankster will have 1 damage on it, and it will die with the Curse token if they go for a block. Might be so that they are not gonna block. Because it has the damage on, it will now die with the 1 damage. Alright. So they have 16 minutes, I have 15 minutes. This is actually a pretty much of a time-taking match up here. I still don't like my chances, but I do have my hand full of cards also. So maybe... Okay, that's one of the familiars. Now I can actually do something nice once they... Oh, yeah, but they still have, okay, this thing in there, because I can just exile this. Oh, my own familiar. This is nice. So, let's first just, oh, I'm gonna play all that, actually. I need all my creatures to actually push some damage, and this counterspell will be useful now that they have so few lands available. Now, which one of them do I want to draw first? On the next turn, that is. So now I can kill the trainee, I can... also kill the familiar. I could kill it with the end, but I wanna actually play a creature on the battlefield, so... I do think getting the counter spell to my hand might be better. I also don't want to kill too many of their things right now, because I will get to copy a spell on the next turn. Okay, I'm still drawing this spell stutter here. And I'll just kill this thing right now. At least try. They might have a way to save it or something. They can use their own kill spell on it, so this effectively counters the... that's annoying for sure, but what can you do? This is annoying. I wanted to, really play the Frolicking Familiar there, so just to have more board presence, but yep, they have drawn 3 of their 4 familiars here, so having the end here isn't even that useful now. But I do hope they play those things, but they now know I'm gonna copy a spell, so they are probably not gonna add a permanent to the board now. They're not gonna make the mistake that I did in the previous game. Now I do actually have removal to deal with these things, but I don't have the creatures to... Okay, so they go for that, sure. Flick a coin there. Fine. And yeah, they are not going to play anything. Well, my copied spell will be for nothing now. I'm still gonna see what's in their hand, am I? Oh, actually it's not even gonna happen because that was a, let's get rid of that. I can't sadly exile the thing that is in exile because of an adventure spell. So they have Flicker, at least they shuffle their deck so they don't get to draw their Flicker coin, I suppose. They have an Eyes Out, good to know. Still that thing, they have a Duelist here, annoying. Yep, so they have a Transmuter Cut in pack, sure. I guess I can counter one of those things then. Yep. And I don't get to copy any spell here because there's no target. I wish I had a card draw spell now. I guess I have already used it though. I think it's here. Yep, that was already used. Now this thing is a fairy, so I will be able to make them pay 3 for their spell. I don't care about the catapult. No, I don't care about that one either. So let's just start killing things off. And if I play this, I don't actually have 5 mana. Well, I want to have mana up for a counter spell anyway, so let's just do this. It does also give me, you know, a way to bargain if I want to. So I have less than 12 minutes, so if this goes to game 3, I need to be somewhat fast, but I guess we will see. Now they can use this stupid cursed token to do something about the witch or so. There's the pack, which I can kill among other things. I can just keep killing a lot of stuff there. They still haven't played this familiar. They somehow want me to use up all my removal before playing that. Okay, now I guess I'm gonna just counter something. They're gonna play the Vantress Transmuter here. But I'm gonna counter it, so it doesn't go to exile. They can't cast it. And then I will just finish off the Edgewell pack. Just use all my removal here now. I will be able to. We'll be able to. Oh, that's gonna be nice. Also clear away. The catapult. Yep. Do this. Do the firebolt, dealing 14. Get some rats here. Exile something. Does that matter? Yes, they can bring back instant and sorceries, I suppose. So, torch the tower goes away. Attack for that. And now the Edgewall. Sorry, no Edgewall. I mean Sweet Tooth, which can actually make them lose 2 life. Because of the food token, but also the Lord Skitter is just gonna give me, you know, it's just gonna give me a lot of free rats. But now this is gonna be game over because the Saturday Oath is gonna finish things off. And it will go to game 3 now. Okay, what a matchup. What a matchup it is. I have 10 minutes and 40 seconds, I think. Yep. Okay. I would say it's a good match regardless of the outcome in game 3. Very, I mean a lot of gameplay and decisions for sure. Do I want to have my own flicker coin? I don't know necessarily. Yeah, this is. Yeah, the compulsion is. Yeah, I mean, I might even deck out because of compulsion. I don't think it really is that good here. I really wanted to just have more anything, a creature that has more than 1 toughness, but I don't. I guess I have Tattered Ratter, but that's not really the kind of card I'm going to splash. I do think everything here is just good enough that I should, play them. There's no reason to remove any of these cards from the deck. The one of Rat Out, I think, is decent. I know I could play something like a misleading emotes. Sorry, not emote. Why did I say emote? It's emote. Sorry. Okay, fine. That's the deck. I won't be making any changes here. Okay, so I paused recording there for a bit, but the opponent used actually quite a lot of time in sideboarding, so maybe they have made some drastic changes to their deck as well. They could have some, clumsy, expensive cards, for instance. But this is definitely a nice hand to have. All the mana works here and so on. I have to be very careful about activating this though, because if they have one red mana open, they could just kill it. So I probably won't really be activating it a lot. Okay, they're gonna go for the aggressive route now. Okay. It's fine. I'll play the 2/2 flyer instead of the 1/3 flyer that would be life linking. I'm actually not minding. I don't mind the race here, especially given the time situation, 10 minutes and 12 minutes. Catapult in there. Okay, well this is gonna be better than the naughty thing, so let's do that exact card. Get one token. Now they have a cut down, and yeah, they have a lot of ping effects, but well, I guess I now see what's gonna be their way to deal with the Lord Skitter. I guess that means the Obura will survive, which is fine. Okay, they have that. Oh, that's a nice one. 3 damage there, and I guess they're gonna kill this one now too, and they get a lot of triggers for the catapult. Yeah, the catapult is really good for their deck. I think I'm now not in a good shape. This, by the way, triggers only once per turn. This doesn't become like a 9-3 or so. It can only get once the +2/+0. But I do think now I am in trouble, because that was such a strong turn. Because, both of these cards, they were adventures. I mean, killing the token isn't actually not that much, but now they have this still up, and that they are dealing damage with this thing, and they are dealing, multiple points of damage with this thing every turn, especially if they can deal with the Battle Naughty now. And look at my hand, by the way, not good. Unless this finds something very nice. And this makes their instant and sorceries have a lifelink. I guess I need to find my ping effects, because I do have the thing that kills, gives -1/-1, and 2 of my own frolicking familiars as well. So this is a 3/1 which can be dealt with somewhat easily. But I'm losing the race right now. They of course don't know that my hand is lacking interaction. In the previous game they saw like I don't know, 6 or 7 removal spells from me. So they're gonna assume I have some removal in here. But yeah. I could block, of course, but it's so risky because they just play anything and then this dies to the 3/3. I can't risk that. Edge wall pack. Nope, that's a good one. And now I need some. I basically need a -3/-3 effect. Well, I guess I have a swamp island and a mountain in my hand, so I can do this and hope to get something else than lands. That's not a -3/-3, but it is a way to bring back a creature that's about to die. Sadly though, I have to play it. I mean, I can't wait until they play some kind of removal spell. No, I mean, I'm in bad shape. If I attack now, yes, I will gain 1 point of life, but I will take 4. I will take 5 at the end. Oh, this is way too much damage. I cannot attack. I need to block. And now the problem is I will double block like a the Alchemist. And then, well, I guess then they have to play a spell first. This thing, by the way, the creature enters tapped. So if they kill something pre-combat, which they... Okay, so they just had a perfect hand here. Because they had both the 3 damage effect and the 4 damage effect. Which is really bad. And now they have a young hero token on that thing. So I'm actually gonna just trade with the 1/1. I mean, it's gonna be a 2/2, because if I now take the damage, I will lose. I will take 8 here. So I'm dead. So I actually need to draw a fairy on the next turn. Because I need a lifelink on this, and it will not have a lifelink anymore. If I don't draw a fairy, I think it's game over. Is this a fairy when I... Oh, it's an elemental. So this gives me 3 life. This is gonna ping me twice. Yeah, without the fairy. I mean, this is just too much land. I needed the interaction, and they had the interaction. They had everything there. That was a... It was still a pretty cool match. Game 3 was a bit lopsided though. But that's still, I would say, 2 nice games. The first game I basically lost to them having the rare that drew them a lot of cards, but it still was like a slow... It wasn't an instant win. I guess it was a slow grind. So let's go to the final match then. Well, I guess that's perfect mana. This is my 3-drop. I mean, they take it back, so I will simply just play the island now and have this start the beatdowns in the air. So they scry to top, but that could be just a land they need or something. It's not really very telling at this stage of the game. I got all my colors, and I'm not gonna play the familiar because it might still be useful with the 1 damage, and of course I just wanna, you know, bounce whatever they're gonna play, but they are of course not playing anything, so I guess I'm dealing 1 damage a turn here and it's fine. I'm not gonna play anything here. Because once they cast something, I will just bounce it. And I'm at least progressing here a little bit. I don't know about the second color, but they could be anything. They can now play a 3-drop from their secondary color, I suppose, with the grotto. Which I would bounce, and then I can, you know, just play this Coven. But no, that's not gonna happen. I mean... This is actually fine to me. I don't think this is bad at all, especially because I can also keep making my land drops. So maybe next turn I can consider playing the familiar, because I will have 6 lands. I can play these and leave mana up for the spells gone Coven. And if they just pass, you know, the turn without doing anything other than playing a land, I think I will go and fire off this thing into their face. I have a couple of removal spells anyway. And I don't think at this point they're gonna play many X1s anymore. Okay, that is that. I don't even actually care about the 3/2 there. They can have it. I'm still gonna do this, by the way. I know I could kill that, but I'm not gonna do it right now. I can take a few hits there. Oh, that's a good one. I mean, if I want to play it, I should do it before combat. I'm actually gonna start, because they can't just let the skitter do its thing. It's gonna make a token every turn. So I'd rather do that than play the familiar. And of course they are now suspecting something because I didn't play the familiar while having mana for it. Okay, so they are blue-black as well. Okay then. Well, that's kind of a shame because they can recast it, so I'm gonna let it happen. Not much I can do about it. So are we both holding counter spells and we are not gonna... No, now they may be playing something. But I don't know. Well, you can... Actually, I'll just kill that. Okay, that's a decent hand to be holding here. They do have so much mana though that... I mean, yeah, this is just... that's just going to happen. I mean, I can bounce it, but then they will just recast it. I need it to maybe... Well, I'm not in trouble yet. I can even choose to kill this thing if I want to. Do I? Do I want to? I'm not winning this race now that they got to deal with these. I'm gonna just do x equals 2 in here. Not gonna bargain. I have the token to use for bargain, but of course it's unnecessary. They might have a response that makes it come back, but... I mean... I can't play around everything. I do want to use my mana here, and I'm not winning the race here. So... Let's see what they have. If they counter this, I don't mind. They might have their own spells gone common. Okay, that's something I wasn't gonna be able to stop anyway. So we have basically the same deck, same splash and everything. Okay. Well, I'm obviously not going to bounce this thing because they just get to recast it and kill my 1/1. So I guess it's gonna be time to Frantic Firebolt. Maybe just exile it to see what's in their hand. Okay, well that is something I will have to bounce, but that also is something I will lose to. That is an insane bomb. I don't like it at all. Ooh, I'm gonna kill it just to... No. I have to win by racing now, but it's very hard to race now, obviously. Because they can keep tapping down my stuff. And then they will draw like a 4 cards at some point. They will... yeah, because I already have a tapped creature here. So the problem really is that they can tap down something on my turn, and if I attack, that's another tapped creature. Yeah, that's gonna draw them at least 3, because I have 3 creatures in here. And I'm flooding out. Oof, this is not good. I mean, I just have to deal the damage and accept that they have. Okay, they have a kill spell on that. Well, that's not good, because that's also a 3/3 flyer, so they have more splashes than just the red, which, you know, makes total sense, because this is also a blue creature you can just play without the adventure if you don't have access to white mana. But now I need my card draw. I need my draw 5. Sorry, no, I mean, I wish I had draw 5, but draw 3. That I need. I'll just have to get rid of this. Because it's fairly quick clock compared to what I have here. Basically nothing, because this will tap down even the 1/1 rat here. And I will get to see what's in their hand. Feed the Cauldron, Slate of Hand. They didn't even go with the Slate of Hand. Okay, so they have another one of these clicks. Ah, that's annoying. They have a card draw, counterspell. Also another Frolicking Familiar. Couple of Candy Crabbles towards the tower. Alright, well this seems like a similar... Oh, they have a Hatching Plans and some bargain effects. Okay, they also have the Light Blades. I sadly think that the opponent is actually favored in this matchup. They have more card draw than I. Okay, that is just not gonna do anything because they will have the Feed the Cauldron. I'm not gonna even play that card into... Although they might have a counter spell coming up too. Yeah, I think that if we just keep playing this game, they are advantage. They have a better advantage. They have more card draw. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I have more ways to get red mana, so it's not really the end of the world. Yeah, but the feed is annoying. I guess I can... No. Because they can tap it down, that's the problem. I'm not sure I can even... I'm gonna wait for a bit. Maybe I can get like 1 life loss out of it or something. Because yeah, the problem is this thing. I would really need to get the card draw because I need more creatures than what I have now. The problem is that they just draw the cards. I mean, once I have like 4 creatures, they will draw 4 cards. Can I deck them out? I mean, I saw ways for them to deal the damage to me, so it's not like I can just kill everything there. Okay, there's a Mocking Sprite, so I'm gonna play that. They can kill that with them. Or with the Feed the Cauldron. Oh, and then they will get the food token, assuming they use that feed on their own turn. And why wouldn't they? It's not like they need. They are not in a rush. They can take the food there. But then I will play this end of turn. They can still keep tapping it, but maybe I can deal like 1 damage if they don't have a blocker. That's that. Yeah, if I need to draw my the 5 mana card draw spell, and they must not have a counter spell for it. That way I can maybe do something. Okay, they had a torch there. So they get the scry here because they didn't need to use it, but they did use the bargain there. Yeah, because that allows them to have a scry. Now, did I see... I don't actually remember if they had like 1 toughness creatures. I don't think I just have them. I mean, plus I don't have the red mana currently. So I'm just gonna play this thing. And not to deal damage because... Oh, do they have a way to deal with this thing? I guess they... Maybe they go for draw 3 now. It's possible they now... But I mean, they would have still been able to do that. I mean, they could have tapped this on my turn and then used this to tap this and then draw the cards, because the card drawing part does not require tapping. They're down to 23, I'm down to 24. Okay, stopgap, drew them a card, got rid of that token. Well, they have 14 cards left, so, you know, it's possible it's gonna come to decking. They will deck before me. There's now 1 way to deal with a creature. I mean, they haven't really drawn creatures, but I guess their deck is mostly non-creatures, so that's that. Hey, let's win by decking. Well, I don't actually, you know, get to mill them, so it's not exactly decking, but they still would lose to getting decked. I need another creature so I can... Any creature will allow me to have a... I can enhance it a little bit with the Wicked token. This is, I think, good enough as a 2/2 flyer. Suppose I'm gonna offer them a target for their own familiar, because I know they have a familiar in the deck still. I saw one. I'm sure they have a familiar, but would they have not played it? Well, they are not gonna play it anymore. By the way, this does require another red source before it can be used. Okay, well, the Coven isn't the worst. I mean, bouncing a spell isn't really relevant here. I'm just gonna cast it. I'm sure they have, you know, lands or some other discard fodder, but they might have a counter spell or something. But I mean, I'll just play my things and see how it goes. They have 11 cards left in the deck. I can kill 2 of their creatures. And if they at some point draw with this, yeah, I don't know. That's dead. I don't actually remember how many creatures they had in the deck. They really haven't drawn them. And they will lose this game in 10 draw steps. no, not 10, 11, because 10... And that's assuming they don't draw any other cards. For example, with the crown. Okay, 2 red tapped. What costs 2 red? Aquatic Alchemist. Well, okay, there we have. That's not bad. Because that's also, you know, goes to on top of deck, so that means that... That means, of course, that that's 1 extra turn for them. Am I gonna thin my own deck? I believe I am. I don't have a mountain to fetch though, but... If I go to 14 cards, it's gonna be close. If there are more of these alchemists, yeah, then they can... Because it's possible I will lose after I mean, at some point I'm going to get my draw spells. I have both of them still left in the deck, so let's see if they're gonna make this into a 3/3 or not. They hit for 1. I guess I take 1 right now. I will probably have to kill it at some point. I don't have another mountain for this spire. I still think lands are so bad draws that I should just thin my deck here. Get the island, I suppose. With 5 swamps, I don't think I need a 6th one. Okay. This is one way to play Magic the Gathering. 2 very similar decks against each other. Well, that actually I don't mind, because they might get decked. They don't know I have 2 removal spells in here. So they are going to... They are Candy Grapple now, it's fine. I guess I'm gonna... Because they might draw the counter spell, I'm going to, you know, do this in response. Because I do want to, you know, kill this now that it's gonna deal 3 damage. Okay, they had a counter spell there. Hope they won't have a... But I think I saw only 1 Ice Out. I'm not totally sure about it. But of course, they just drew 3 cards, so they're gonna get their creatures. I'm not gonna win this game by just, you know... Yeah, that's annoying. I get to kill this, and I guess although my creatures don't do much, because they can just tap down my stuff here. Yeah. But yeah, I do need to now get something else than like a land. They will have enough fast enough clock. This will... Okay, Likeness Looter. Yeah. We do that, and I think I'll still... By the way, I can make that into the biggest thing I have here. Oh, I can actually make a Lord Skitter here. Yeah, 3/3 flyer also. Well. Let's do that exact thing. Yeah, definitely good to get those 1/1s. And then it also still retains flying, by the way. And well, I can't attack now, but I can make the token into... I can give the wicked token to the token, which is gonna be better. So let's first exile something. Don't really know what is even the thing to exile here. That's just... I mean, they're gonna have so many good targets for various kind of stuff that doesn't really matter. And then I think I'll still deal with the Frolicking Familiar. It becomes a 3/3 if they have a spell, and this becomes a 3 power. Yeah, it's just better to deal with the Flyer, and this gets that. Okay, and they have, 5 cards left. So I guess drawing cards with the crown is not really that great anymore. And I still have my own card draw left, so I can actually find more ways to deal with the creatures they have. How many I have? I think I have 1 Candy Grapple. No, I actually don't. Both are here. Both my red removal spells are here. The end is here. They have one of those Candy Grapples there, of course. Well, that was a shame. I really don't want them to get those triggers for the Alchemist. This is gonna mill me for 4, but it's still gonna be good enough. I mean, I won't be decked here. I definitely need the card in here. Okay, there is a card draw, but there's... Fairy. Oh, this is a Spectre. This is no Fairy. Oh, the Spectre would have been good too. Anyhow, if I do into the Fair Court, that's actually gonna make me deck first. Wow. That's a shame. Oh, they have an Edgewall in, by the way. They can return an adventure. I don't like that at all. Oh, that's horrible. Do I have to actually... Do I have the mana to play the Fair Court? I mean, yeah, it's a shame, but that's how it goes. If I draw this, I will lose the game before them to decking out. But they're gonna return an adventure here, which is probably gonna be the Familiar. I don't think there's anything else. That's really a shame, because I think I will lose the game. This will deal 3 to me on the next turn they have. I'm gonna have to do this. I don't know how I'm gonna win this, or if there really is even a way, but I have to try. This is just totally unplayable. Oh, yeah. The fact they had yet another Candy Grapple immediately to deal with my Lord Skitter, because I really thought that if I can get a few tokens out of the Lord Skitter copy, that then I can overwhelm them. So now they can just... I mean, they can just at instant speed get back this, which is gonna deal 1 damage. So even if I double block, I'm gonna lose... I'm not gonna block even. I'm actually sure now that I have lost the game. The Scarecrow Guide helps with the Restless Spire, but it doesn't help. I don't know if I can draw anything, and I still would need to win with damage this game. I can't win with damage because they have the Tapper. And they will have to still, at least these 2 creatures and 2 unknown cards, which might not be lands. Ah, okay. And I just keep drawing lands. I think it's better to save time. It's gone, I know, 11 minutes for this thing. I lose to decking and I lose to damage. And the crown is just basically dominates the game. So that's what that does. Again, not this many 1 damage effects, unless they sideboard more of those in, but couple of these Familiars. I mean, it is kind of annoying. I might leave the the likeness looter, but I think I'm gonna get rid of the sprite and these sprites too. Maybe the guide as well. I mean, I really don't like that. I had 2 matchups where the mocking sprites are really bad. Because, I mean, the format has ways to deal with 1 toughness creatures, but 2 of my opponents have like multiple very good ways. It's such a nasty thing if my 3-drop is killed by their 3-drop for free, and with blow of steam that will be basically free. That's not what I want to happen. I'm gonna play the not dead for all. After all, how about the rats out? Did I see something? No, the rats out isn't good against this opponent. But I will have to play all the creatures I can, so this witch goes in the deck, and I take the counter spell, and I suppose the last one is gonna be the stopgap, and that's it. I don't like my chances. I feel like they have more removal and card advantage and good cards, but of course a lot will be decided by how the curving out goes. This is not great, but I believe I'm going to keep it. This is just gonna be a 3-drop. I don't have a reason to wait to cast the one mana spell here. They have 17. I guess they have less time than I, but I mean, they also have 1 game win. They have a spreading seas, so I should definitely... I would assume they're gonna spreading seas the spire, by the way, but I still am not gonna get a swamp before end of their turn. And am I supposed to... Yeah, let's do this. If they have a counter spell, I mean, they're gonna counter it anyway. And... well, I guess... okay, they had something... maybe their own familiar is there. And this won't go with the end. But I don't know, this is not even so great, because it's not very likely the opponent is going to have 2 creatures on the battlefield at the same time. And this time I won't definitely be having them. Even though I now got a... but problem is that they can copy a removal spell and it will be miserable. I do wish now I had red mana for this. I'm gonna just attack with this. Not, I mean, the witch is great to play now when they have no board presence, but fine. Do I have to do that? Yeah, they can just... I'm not gonna play into the chapter 3 now. Because they can have the -3/-3, they can get rid of these both. Although I do think they might try to kill this with their own blow of steam, but I mean, they don't know that I don't have a good instant. Because of course I can, you know, grow this with any instant. Okay, spell stutter isn't the worst. I do hope they don't have like a good card draw spell that they're gonna copy. We'll see what they're gonna have. They're not gonna play anything that makes my first duel useful. Yeah, what a match. I mean, the game 1 was exactly the same as this. I had 1/1 attacker doing some damage, and that was it for the most part. Am I going to... yeah, I'm going to do this. Just to, you know, enhance this guy a little bit. It's a bit risky because they might have their own blow off steam thing. Okay, they didn't at least go for that. Okay, so now I can do this and still have a little bit mana up. time to counterspell, I suppose. And I would counter their counter. They can't. Yeah, let's have some board presence now. So let's target the eyes out. Now they will. I'm of course tapped out now, so they will use their own blow of steam to deal with the familiar. But I suppose the Gadwig's first duel, you know, already dealt with the familiar, and because they didn't get value from the double spell, copied spell, and the Scry 2, of course, is. It's good, but it's not an actual card. So, and they still have to deal with the second familiar, and I also have another creature here, the Sweet Tooth, which. Okay, I kind of forgot they have those things. Well, it's not much I can do about it, though. Yep. This is it. We just remove creatures and. Well, I guess at least I can try to save that one. And making this into a 1/1 is in fact useful. I just really want to do something with the chapter 3 here. So I don't want to slam this right away. Oh, there's that. Oh, they had to draw it in top 15 cards. That makes things a lot worse now. Okay, let's not attack. It's so demoralizing. Okay, they actually have something. Oh, they have another one of these. I wish I had. Well, I guess I have a not dead after all here. Yeah. It wasn't that, but I mean, still. Not dead after all. Well, now I can sack 2 foods to make them lose 4 life. So this is a wicked token. This gives a wicked token, so. Okay, well that's gonna just die. Of course, this tapper means that my creature isn't going to. Attack, even though I can kill the Scream Puff. I might want to leave this for Barcane shenanigans. Well, that's a little annoying. Because I don't want to make this into a 1/1. It's still gonna create them food tokens, and it's gonna still be a Death Toucher. So I have to just kill it. And I guess I'm gonna just exile it for good, and every copy they might have in their deck. I was actually supposed to attack first. Well, whatever. Okay, they have a stopgap in there, fine. And then they don't have more copies of those in the deck. Yeah, they have triple Candy Grabble. That's good. Okay, so they have the stopgap in their hand. Well, yeah, I definitely should have gone to attacks, and then I mean they might have just tapped it anyway because they don't have a castable spell, but you know I might have been able to cheat some damage there. Now with the stopgap in their hand, well, they're not gonna want to bounce this because I do get you know, another food ETB effect. They're down to 13 minutes. There's the click. So let's eat this food. I wouldn't mind now the blue source because they can still tap only one of my creatures. Okay, that is nice because that does allow me to I'm actually thinking about playing the Gatwick's first duel in here, making this into 1/1. And then they try to bounce it maybe, and then I can respond with the Frantic Firebolt. Is that little too cute? Because I could just go to attacks. Maybe they even won't tap my guy. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna even let me attack here, so... But if they do, I can, you know, attack and then firebolt this before it gets to block, but that is not what's gonna happen here. Are they gonna try to bounce this thing? It's not impossible. And I'm already gonna accept the fact that I'm not gonna get any value out of the chapter 3 here. It's not happening. So I'm gonna do this. You are a small thing now. I can't do both of these, but I can do one of them. I do hope they're trying to bounce their own thing. And that they don't have a counter spell to counter my frantic firebolt. Yep. So let's hope this all goes all well. If they can counter this now, that would be miserable. Okay, that worked. That did work. I get to scry 2 at least, and maybe I can scry into my card draw spell, you know, the black one. Oh, that can get copied. Candy Crabble. Okay, Mountain is good too, but I'm actually only going to draw one of these things, because on the next turn I'm going to copy this Adventure spell. So it's gonna get milled. So I will put the Mountain here so I can still fetch it with a Terramorphic Expanse or Evolving Wilds, whichever it is. Okay, let's keep the Candy Crabble. I will be drawing that. Yeah, okay, the Prankster I like now. I can play this end of turn. Draw this Crabble. I will get milled by 8, but I don't think that's gonna matter. I will get some stuff now. I should... Okay, maybe I should actually use 2 islands for this, yep. So I can get even 2 cards with this now. Okay, that's 1. And that's 2. Oh, but this amount of options here is really good. Because the first one actually milled a Lord Skitter, so I can take the Likeness Looter as well. Okay, the card draw is good and the Spellscone Coven is good. I think they might have an extra land to discard, so I don't think the discard is that... Yeah, it's between the Likeness Looter and the Into the Feck Horde. I mean, the card draw is gonna bring me down to... Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I just try to overwhelm their removal. I guess I might even take this. Then, well, no, this is so good with the... I'm gonna actually take the Likeness Looter, and I can do it on the next turn. I can't do this and activate the Lord Skitter, so I'm going to do this pre-combat maybe. Yes, to get the trigger out of the Abura here. And now, can I finally connect for a little bit of damage? I mean, they can have the destroy target tapped creature, of course. And, well, then they have it. I mean, it's not like I can just keep not attacking. Okay, that worked. Now, guess I can play this. I mean, if they have removal for this, then they have removal for this anyway. Because this is activated as a sorcery, so they can always respond to it. I might just use my mana efficiently now, because I only have 6 and a lot of cards in hand. And they get 1 life loss here as well, because they didn't have anything for the duelist. Yeah, that was always gonna happen, because they can just respond to the activated ability, and you can't activate it again until the stack is empty. And of course I can, you know, kill the familiar here. Okay, so we are at a very similar amount of mana time here. Less than 12 minutes for both of us. So this is actually gonna also be a speed magic now. I am going to... Okay. Need to... Do they also have a removal spell? Well, they did have that. I guess I can now get rid of my Wicked token. This doesn't have lifelink currently. Can X equals... I kind of want to have the Shatter the Oath just to have a token on the Prankster, that's the thing, but... then I don't have mana to... yeah. And they can still tap one of my guys. I mean, I think I'll just... The Wicked token makes them lose 1 life. I wanna make that happen. So I suppose what I'm doing here is... Yeah, I need to play fast. That's also what I just said. So they will tap something and then... These are all instants, so... Except this, which I'm not gonna play on this turn. They know about the Bolt, of course. They have no cards in hand, so if they just subdeck... Oh, they for some reason chose to do that. That is nice. So now I'm going to Candy Crabble this thing. And then I'm going to Bolt this thing. I'm gonna bargain it. I'm gonna bargain it so I can target this, sack the... Yeah, come on. This and this, and sack this. It's gonna be 2 damage now, and they will lose 1 life from the Wicked token. And now they actually are gonna take 2 damage, and I still have the Candy Crabble here, the Shatter the Oath, which also this is destroy target creature or enchantment. So actually I didn't even realize, but I can kill the Bitter Chill here. I don't recall if I have done that. Okay, so they chose not to prolong the game because they can tap this, but they will take 1 and they probably want to go to game 3 with some time left. Oh, but yeah, this is actually... I don't know if I could have done this in the first game or something, but definitely killing the Bitter Chill would be nice. I mean, because I have no target in form of a creature here. And I still have the Candy Crabble for any of the creature. Well, I mean, I didn't have to do that, but now... this is just a grind. I don't think there really is anything here I can do to improve my chances. Is there some land I want to, you know... I mean, they will draw their color sources and they have an Evolving Wilds. I'm not gonna play a Spreading Seas. I think all the cards in here are just good enough. The Rat Out is just not maybe... Is there any way to get rid of an artifact? There is not. Nothing... I can... No, this is not gonna target the creature. Stopgap can target the artifact and then I can try to counter it, but that's about it. Yeah, let's have the same deck and I guess who curves out better is gonna matter now. Quite a bit. What a long video and pretty crazy stuff. I'm actually going to keep it because the card draw is so important in this matchup. I don't think having this on turn 2 is even that relevant. I do need 1 land, of course, for the Grim Search for sure. Are they gonna aggress out with something? Oh, give me that. Oh, yeah. Thank you, opponent. I needed that. Oh, how funny. How funny. Yeah, I'm just gonna play this. I have so little mana available. I hope they don't have the ping effect, but if they do, then they do. But yeah, that blue mana was really good. There's the Prism. They still can have 1 red. Okay, they did not. Now I'm definitely looting. Because I would like to go to get the Grim Search. So let's not attack, let's discard. Well, I like the first duel now with the Grim Search, but I might actually have to just... Well, you know what? I could just actually play this now, scry next turn to get a land or something. Problem is that I might actually... I mean, if I'm gonna draw 4 here, I might have to discard to hand size, and that's a problem. Maybe the bolt goes away. But am I gonna play the duel? No, I'm not. I guess I can hope they play a creature and I candy grapple it, but it's gonna be so unlikely that they have a creature, because they haven't really played creatures at all. Now they have 9 minutes and 30 seconds, I have 9 minutes, so I have to start playing very quickly. I don't want to lose to time out. It's really not something that happens often. I mean, it rarely happens to me. And it usually, if it happens, it's in the recorded events, because it will take more time. Okay, that is that. It won't be... I can still make it into a Lord Skittery when the Lord Skittery dies and I get the rat, so that's gonna be nice. Come on, land. Okay, that's a land, and I don't mind if this gets countered, because then I can still use the activated ability there to make this into the Lord Skittery. That's actually quite sweet. The land there was very, very nice. Okay, they draw some cards, but I get to deal some damage, which is a rare thing here. So... I mean, I don't want to waste time, but I really think if I want to play this after all without the first duel thing, I know I could just... guess I could just stopgap something. I mean, even this creature, but I would have to sacrifice something, so no. I'm gonna use either the Candy Crabble or the Grim Surge, probably. I don't care about this 1/1. I really don't. That's gonna be destroyed. I could actually destroy it myself, so that I kind of say, but then again, am I gonna do the Grim Search now? Okay, I'll make them spend 4 mana for this creature at some point. So I think it's time to... I mean, I'm not gonna do the first duel thing. I mean, the first duel with the Grim Search, that's not gonna happen anymore. So I'm going to... Unless there's gonna be a target for the Candy Crabble, I'm gonna just do this. And not gonna bargain it. Any draws are gonna be good. Land's actually very good. Okay, then we get rid of that. And that's going to be good enough. How to use my mana here now? Because I can actually now... Well, I'm actually gonna just do this. Do I have to discard to hand size? Yes, I do. So, not nice. I'm gonna first do this, and then I'm gonna actually do this. It's an instant, but I don't wanna discard to my hand size. Seven minutes for me. Yeah, I need to play these turns faster. Well, the Candy Crabble end of turn will most likely happen. I can't imagine them not playing either of those. Okay, there's some target for it. It's actually time for the Gatwick's first duel to do some stuff. There's a fairy, there's an utter wizard. So let's just try killing this guy first. Okay, they don't seem to have any response, so I believe... Oh, that's going to be nice. I believe it's time to... It's time to get some value from the Gatwick thing, right? I know it's not the best target for it, but I want to actually get the chapter 3 now, because I have, you know, some stuff I can copy with it. Because this of course can still get some nice pump effects. But I have ways to remove creatures here. Oh, that's gonna be... Oh, did they... Oh, this is actually gonna always exile, isn't it? Yeah, that always exiles, so they're not dead after all. Won't help here. There's nothing I can do about it, sadly. Not dead after all, won't work. 6 minutes. They have more time than I, so I need to be faster. Doesn't help that I have to explain stuff here. I'm gonna let that happen. I'm gonna try to copy a spell now. Well, not now. I mean, it's gonna happen on the turn after that. Also, Spectre of Mortality. No, I don't actually want to exile the rat yet before the Likeness Looter is a rat. No, definitely. Wonder that they're just playing a stopgap on their own familiar for some reason. Sure, I can try to grapple it. This will deny the card draw at least. Okay. I still have the Frantic Firebolt I can copy with the chapter 3. If they want to play this 3/3 now. Okay, they have that. So, no, they don't want to play the creature. They can play that. Sure. So I'm gonna get... I got the land, so I believe I'm gonna have all of these. I think that's gonna be the order of doing stuff now. So, oh, by the way, I don't have the Firebolt here. What was I thinking? I don't have the red mana. That is relevant. Well, that is a shame for sure. Oh, I can't waste time here. Oh man, I really forgot I don't have access to red mana now. That's really bad. That is really bad. Well, I guess I can make them use the torch, the tower there. Then I have 2 mana up for something. No, I don't like it. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get at least... I'm gonna get 1 rat here. And I'm gonna make them spend their torch, the tower. And I'm going to make stopgap not be in the graveyard anymore. And then... I won't be able to do much here. Yeah, the problem is that this thing exiles, and yep. Not dead after all, won't do anything. I'll take some damage here. Yeah, it's a real shame I can't copy this. I really thought it would happen. Man, I might lose because of that. I also lose because of the exiling thing here. Because my Spectre doesn't do much now. Do they scry on top? They also scry on top. Yeah. Now they get to draw a card here, of course. That's what it does as well. I go to 10. Okay. Sleight of hand. I have 1 creature here. I don't want to kill my own rats. Now they can play their 3/3. Oh, they have that which allows them to get back a Frolicking Familiar. Oh, this Alchemist when it dies. They still don't play this thing. It is odd. Well, alright. Let's do attacks. Stop gapping this thing. Is that good? I'll just have this here now, and yeah, I must actually be very careful about the time here. Ah, what up? This has... How long this video is? Way too long. Okay, so they can attack with the 1-3 because I'm not gonna be able to. I mean, I just have to take the damage. I guess I could have. I guess I can kind of make this go to graveyard or something. Then I can have a good Spectre of Mortality. Something like that. I don't know. Let's just do this now. I can't just do anything else than this. Okay, I got the swamp, which is good. Now I have my Not Dead After All up here, and I'll just have some blockers in here. One creature here. Only one. Am I gonna die here? Hopefully not. I can block the familiar here. Because this will enter tapped, that's a problem. But I don't have another fair. Oh, I do actually, the Coven is here. So yeah, I have to block here. I guess I could block the 1-1 instead. Go to 1. This has lifelink, so it will, you know, deal some. I don't know. I think it's better to stay at higher life total. Yeah, that's too nasty. Are they still not gonna play this Threadbind Click? My The End is, by the way, now a 2-mana card. That is not useless. Okay, so they actually are not doing anything of that kind. So let's see if they can just win the game by countering this. Because, I mean, there's a reason they didn't play that. Okay, well, they have to discard the hand card now, or use it if it's an instant. Just a land. Okay, okay. Now, that means I can attack for 2 here. Actually for 3, because I can do this. And I will go to 5, which still allows me to you know, cast this for 2. That might be relevant here. This is so close, but actually time is not gonna run out. This will be over before my time runs out. 2 minutes 17 seconds. This is now more straightforward. Both have a low life total, so, and given my cards in hand, you know, I mean, this is actually an amazing amount of cards here. They did go for a Candy Grapple here, which is gonna deprive me of the lifelinking ability. Oh well, that's really good draw because they had an empty hand there, and thing is that they both of these are 3/3s, so that's really annoying. Oh man, that is really annoying. I have to, you know, kill the... Yeah, that was... Let's get rid of that. I don't care what is in there. I'll just exile that stuff, not waste time here. I'm not gonna jump block, I go down. Now this is actually either 3 life for me or -2 for them, and that is nice. That was done good stuff they had, but I'm gonna get my mountain here. Can I, like, there's 1, 2 creatures I believe there, so I might actually do something with the... Well, actually, I think I'll just have to do this. So this dies, and who's gonna get the... I mean, I'm not gonna win the game if they are gonna draw another instant that kills my guy. That's just how it goes. So I'm really thinking just go attacking here with the rat. I need to have a blocker, otherwise I'll die. Yeah. Because I don't have mana to do anything. So now on the previous turn they drew interaction. Now all I need them to do is not to draw interaction. They still have a spreading seas. I shouldn't have done that, but I wanted to just save time. I have 32 seconds, so I guess if they just drew another kill spell, then I lose. They did not. Okay, so I think I win then. I need to do this fast. Kill this. And then I will attack for... they have to jump block now. Oh, I could have won by stop capping this. Oh, well, that's just me having not enough time here. Can I still do it? This is a wicked token. I don't have red mana. Cancel, end turn. I was supposed to play something, but I have 5 seconds, so I mean I can still win. But I mean I had to win there if I just bounce that token. Just bounce the token. Oh man, I have to shift the enter here because I have no. I guess the game doesn't even give me a priority right now. Okay, the crown isn't gonna be good enough. They have to draw cards with that thing. I win if I can resolve this and activate it, but it's gonna be 5 seconds, so this is gonna be really nasty. So I'm gonna just insta attack here, and they might just, you know, I have to click this so fast now. This is actually insane now. Okay, 2 seconds left. But of course, I didn't realize I have the mana to do that thing in previous turn. I didn't even need to use the bargain. But even if I used the bargain, if I had like 2 mana, I could have bounced the token, sacked the wicked token, and they would lose the 1 life, so it would still have been 4 damage total. Well, that was quite a match. Wow. Okay. What matches 2 and 3 were here? Those were some crazy ones. And that's of course where, you know, time can run out when you record those videos and explain things. Of course, I wouldn't have run out of time if I just you know, played by myself. All right, well, sweet take, but so similar matches 2 and 3 that I don't know how this, you know, I mean, assuming I don't have to sideboard these things out. But I guess this also tells about the vulnerability of these 1 toughness creatures in this format, where something like a flick a coin is commonly played, and then also the not dead after all. The rat out is a commonly played card, especially after sideboarding when you see stuff like this. And then of course these are uncommon, so you don't really see these as often as we saw in this match. So my deck had 2, my round 2 opponent had 4, and my round 3 opponent had 2 as well. So that's not usually the quantity of these cards you see in a draft, but something to keep in mind if you have a deck with many X1s that might be awkward against some kind of builds. But yeah, now this is enough of a length of the video. It was 2-1. I'm happy about the match 2, which I lost to, because it was interesting magic for sure. Let's claim this one, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.